We are jumping back into ranking young cores before the NBA draft. The next team we have is the Sacramento Kings. They have the 7th pick in this year's draft. They have Maxime Reynaud. They got Nick Clifford. They got Dylan Cardwell. And they technically still do have Devin Carter, who barely scrapes in as younger than 25 and didn't play a ton last season, but when he did play, he had a couple big performances.
Shout out to him for cutting his hair, too.
I think this is an underrated core. I think on the surface, you might run the FD.
I definitely was running towards the D tier. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
listening to maybe.
Can we see the you dig? Okay, so yeah, they are D. The reason is because just comparison. I don't think they have what the Bulls have, but I do think they're underrated in the sense of like I think Mike was also alluding to this, where like we have tiers, but pull that back up. We have tiers, but if you look at the tier right here, Mike was kind of saying.
They have a better core than the Bucks.
Yeah, the Hawks could be a high A tier. Not on the same level as the Spurs, but maybe a notch above some of these other teams. I feel like they're in D because they can't necessarily compete with the Bulls, but I would take their core.
Maybe we got the Bulls too low then. If the Bulls are in the tier by themselves,
no, because the Bulls can't then go up there with the Sixers. No. We'll just put the Kings in the D tier.
All right.
Yeah. But I like the fact that the Bulls is like the team that's setting like that baseline for the middle.
At mid.
Yes.
I think that's like the perfect spot for them.
For the record, putting the biases aside, I do think the Bulls are somewhat underrated right now, but it's a 4-man show. 4th pick. We all believe Modest is going to win MVP in a couple seasons, so that's already.
I do have that quote out there.
I forgot. I was joking, but I forgot.
If it ever comes into fruition, the boy.
Is it a tweet? Like
boy,
you reported a tweet?
I said it on this show.
Oh, you said
All right, let's get to your New York Knicks. 24th pick in this year's draft, Jeremy Sohan, Mo Diawara, Tyler Kolek, and Bacome Dadier.
What that up again?
You got to compare it to the B teams.
It's like
I'm going to let y'all grade it because I feel like I might have some biases, but.
he said Tyler Kolek in there, right?
Tyler Kolek is in there.
Yeah. I mean,
It's D
like-
or F.
it's
I would take the Heat young core. I would take the Kings young core. I would take pick 10.
Yeah.
It's probably
But
F for the Knicks. But they're built for today.
Yeah.
Same
level as Boston.
Same thing as
We
Boston.
don't have to say all of that.
Yeah, they team is built
Some
for
of these
championships.
teams are going to be in the F because they're not trying to have a young core.
Yeah. That's why the Celtics literally have one player.
And he may not be on the team.
The list actually supposed to look like this. Like a majority of the compete now teams should be at the bottom. It just shows you how great of a situation the Spurs are. But
Yeah.
All right, next we got the Lakers. 25th pick in this year's draft. Jake LaRavia, Dalton Connect, Nick Smith Jr., Bronny James, and Adu Thiero.
right next to the Knicks.
Yeah, right next to the Knicks. Yeah,
Man.
we don't even
They
need no
can't get no
discussion
love
on
for
that.
Bronny.
I saw a clip of Bronny driving.
Would you rather have Bronny or Diawara? Right now. No hate to Bronny. We're comparing the cores.
I'd rather have Bronny.
How about you?
Yeah, Warren.
I'd rather have Diawara. Yeah. Shout out Bronny, though.
I mean, we got LeBron, too, so you can't have the father-son love if you don't got
he's
Bronny.
he's not in the young core, though.
Don't tell him that. He said he want to be on his timeline, not Luka's timeline. Next, we got the Orlando Magic. No picks in this year's draft. But they do have Paolo, Franz, Anthony Black, Suggs, Tristan da Silva, Noah Penda, Jet Howard, and Jace Richardson. Still super young teams.
Still A.
Which is crazy.
Yeah,
Still
It's
that's
gotta
an
be A.
A.
It's got to
A
be
tier.
You basically named their whole roster.
Man, one more
That
jump.
is still
One more
roster
jump
someone
for one of
did.
those guys. It could have been an S tier.
Yeah.
But we just didn't get enough.
Maybe it's Anthony Black next season. He did just jump up this year, so maybe it's another one. All right, next we got the Dallas Mavericks. 9th pick in this year's draft. Cooper Flag, Derek Lively, and Ryan Nembhard. It's a small core,
I'ma
but
put it
Cooper
in-
Flag is
It's
pretty
got-
good,
yeah,
man.
I'm going to put it
Flag
in
and a
B
pick.
with the Sixers.
I'm putting this in A.
This is a.
I have a chance to have Cooper Flag pairing with the 9th pick when Derek Lively returns and is healthy. If he plays how we seen him play before, and Ryan Nembhard was a steal.
Yeah.
That's just a steal. That's just like they just fell in their lap. Yeah, I'll take. Man, give me that.
Would you say A tier 2?
A tier. It's got to be A tier.
I just don't
Cooper
think
Flag-
that. I don't think that young core is better than Maxey and VJ Edgecombe.
Shit.
I understand what you're saying though, Derek. I think we
If I gave you 2 Skittles.
I think we're
one-
just taxing that we believe Cooper Flag is going to be top 10.
Oh, okay. So you're on our side.
Yeah, but I can see because Maxi again is already in the young core and All NBA second team, third team, and I think we all think that VJ is an all-star at this level.
But
But I think Cooper Flag just might end up being.
He could be the
legit
best
top
player.
10.
If I
He could
gave
be
you
the best
two
player out of all of
Skittles
us.
and one was the Sixers core and the other was the Mav core for you to start your team with, you going with the Sixers one?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't think that's that crazy.
Because
to
that
say.
number 9 pick is still unknown.
I
Like, I
think
don't even know who that's going to be. Like,
But I think.
and at least I can.
You
Your
hyped up
face was just
because you
amazing right
hyped
there.
up a lot of other picks.
The number 9 pick is so much more uncertain than the top 3 and top 4
But
pick.
even when I asked you about the top 3 or 4 pick, you sat up there and tell me you didn't know. I asked you a specific name of a specific player, and you told me you couldn't give me anything. Would you rather have Dylan Harper or
But
Darren Peterson?
no,
and
no,
you
no,
sat up there
that's-
like, well, I got to see
the
him in
number
the
4,
NBA.
we know who the top 4 picks are going to be.
But-
so, like, we know those 4 names. But number 9, you don't know who that's going to be.
I do know.
You have
who
an
that could be.
idea, though.
I
Like,
do
you have a
know it.
strong
Yeah, I have
idea.
just as much
But
of an
like
idea.
anybody could like fall or like
No,
come
I
take-
have a clear idea of what that range is going to look like, brother.
I feel like it's a much bigger range than 4 players.
No, because it all shrinks up. We know who the 4 are, so now that 5 to 10 shrinks as well because we know who the 4 are. It ain't a top 9 because we know who the 4 are. So it's really the same stretch.
Yeah, but also I think when you're looking at that number 9 pick, it's not guaranteed to be also be a good NBA player either.
Neither is a top 4 pick.
I know,
which
but
I
there's
can
a
show
much,
you history
There's
of.
a higher chance of it though.
For sure, but it's
Yeah.
not a guarantee. You said the word guarantee. None of this is a guarantee there.
I would rather have Maxey and VJ Edgecombe, who was a top 3 pick, who was playing at his top 3
And
pick.
I have
potential.
no argument for you saying that part.
Yeah.
But the draft stuff you're trying to cook up, I have to totally disagree with it. And anybody who followed the class know once those 4 go, we have a next set of 4 to 5 from 5 to 10 that we just don't know the range. We know it's going to be what? These ain't even college basketball draft analysts.
Or
but
from 5 to whatever.
to 10.
It's going to
Darius
be
Acuff.
Wagler, Acuff, Flemings.
Yeah.
Brown.
Brown Jr.
Mikael Brown.
It's the same thing. We know. We
Amara.
know. We just can't tell who exactly is going to go there.
Can we take a look at the list again? Yeah, I'm okay with them sending A. I mean, we will revise and maybe the conversation shifts a
Yeah.
little bit more, but I'm not mad at what we're looking at right now. Next, we got the Brooklyn Nets. 6th pick in this year's draft. Jaeger Demon, Zaire Williams, Josh Minot, Day'Ron Sharp, Nolan Triore, Noah Clowney, Danny Wolf, Ben Seraph, and Drake Powell.
They have a lot.
I feel like they
I'll
got
tell
a
you
lot
that.
of- I feel like they got the quantity. They
Maybe
don't-
not the quality.
Yeah, they don't have the yeah.
Nice pick. I
They
think
don't have the quality there. I would
All that there-
still put them in that D tier.
I would put them in C.
Yeah, it's tough for me. I'm leaning towards C because they're that 6th pick away from everything. A lot of these quantity guys is turning into quality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if they were to get Darius Acuff, he could be that piece for them that kind of makes
Everything.
it look a little
Yeah.
better, cement some things. Because last year, yeah, you went out and you drafted 3 guards. You kind of did a rotation of things where Jaeger started off as a sharpshooter. Traore came in at the end and put on some moments. I really like Day'Ron Sharp still. I think Drake Powell is
I can't
really
believe
good.
he's still younger than 25 somehow.
So yeah, I'm going to teeter C, but it is heavily relying on the 6th pick. I feel like they're in a really good spot because they're going to walk out with one of those guards, and one of those guards is going to take this up a notch. Whether that's Mikael Brown, whether that's Acuff, whether that's Flemings, they're going to be able to get something that they need. Luckily for them, because if they were at like 9, that would suck. Because then some of these guys could be gone.
We can come back to the Nets because I think I agree with Derek, and now we got our first 2-2 split.
Yeah, we can come back to it.
Come back to him. Next, we got this is a team that won't take too long. Denver Nuggets, 26th pick. Peyton Watson, Julian Strother, Day'Ron Holmes.
This is what, a D?
Yeah, D,
Especially when you
more
might
D
lose
tier.
Peyton Watson.
Yeah.
Yeah, D tier for the Nuggets. Pacers have Jarris Walker, Cam Jones, and Johnny Furphy.
F.
Yeah, I was leaning F. I just didn't want to do it.
Hey man, everybody can't be A tier, B tier, C tier. And again, it's another one of them teams that's trying to compete next season. So them not having a bunch of young pieces is fine. Then we get to the Pelicans, who have Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, Yves Missy still, Carlo Makovich is still under the 25, Bryce McGowan's, and Jordan Hawkins, who's still under the age of 25.
I like a C.
I'll put it right there with the Bulls.
I think that's very fair.
Yeah.
I think it's very fair.
I
Can we
think
take a
there's a
look
lot of-
at what we're looking at also?
There's a lot of talent there. The second half of the season was a little bit askew because they were definitely trying to
C
make
tier.
the play in.
C tier. I don't think they're good enough to be put in B tier yet.
Definitely Jeremiah Fears with the highest ceiling so far.
And then Derek Queen also post-trade deadline, getting his minutes taken away from DeAndre Jordan was kind of crazy to witness.
Here's another good team. Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, Asar Thompson, Danius Jenkins, Isaiah Stewart, and Ron Holland is that young core.
I think they go into S tier.
Talk me to it.
Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, future DPOY, Jalen Duren was an all-star. Cade's going to be probably first team All-NBA. I think this is a lock for S tier.
I think I agree with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Throw him in S tier.
I think it has all the same qualities as the Spurs, just not the same players.
Toronto Raptors, 19th pick. Scotty Barnes, CMB, Jacoby Walter, Jamal Sheard, Grady Dick, and Jamison Battle.
You said Scotty Barnes and
CMB.
CMB?
19th pick.
I'll put it in B tier. No, yeah, A.
You thought
Scotty
this was
Barnes.
B?
No, it's
going
A
A
tier.
for sure.
It's A tier. A tier.
It started off with Scotty.
Those top three are enough.
Yeah.
With Scotty, CMB, and what Walter just did in the postseason.
I think that makes the 19th pick a lot easier too, to me.
Next, we got the Rockets. Şengün, Amen Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr., Reed Shepard, and Tari Eason.
It's got to be an A.
Same spot as the Raptors.
Yeah, I think it goes into A tier as well.
It could have been S if they beat them Lakers, maybe. Maybe.
I think they probably used to be an S tier core.
For sure.
Yeah,
And
they
then
are.
the couple years
There's been a
since,
regression
a little
from
bit
the
of
young
a
core.
regression, yeah. And they lost Jalen Green, who was a part of that young core for Kevin.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.